Well, long time no video, folks. I'm sitting here on this kind of strange gray day, waiting for the kind of shower cells to pass by to get Avery out for a walk, because she was outside for a while, quite a lot yesterday while I was out back working, which is I'm going to show you. But she didn't get out for a walk, but she's also stressed because it's trash day and some of the trash trucks are still around. So I thought I'd show you some of the stuff that that's been going on here. So first of all, downstairs I've set myself up so I can do encaustic here. I'll be able to get a little small box fan thing to stick right in the window so I can keep my palette kind of, if there really aren't a lot of fumes if you keep the temperature right, but you're supposed to do that anyway. But so I use this for the palette, and the medium and the pigments go in these little trays, and I got some more brushes. You're supposed to have only natural bristle brushes, otherwise they could melt. So those are some cheaper ones actually from Michaels. Those are goat hair. These came with the encaustic set and our Hake brushes, and they're a little bit more expensive. And then I bought, so since I moved my desk set up over there, which is where I used to have this table, and since I did that, it cleared that space up there for me to get an actual shelf. So that's one of those folding shelves, and I mistakenly didn't understand when I bought it that it wasn't wasn't already assembled. So I had just gotten back. I had gone up to Northern Virginia. I had spent the night and had gone to see a concert, and I came back and I was going to go to Aikido in the evening, and I thought, oh good, I can set up my shelf. And then I took it out and I realized, oh, I've got to put it together. And it wasn't complicated to put it together, but it was difficult to do alone. It was just very awkward, but I managed to do it. So I've got my encaustic supplies, and I've got my sewing machine down there and some other stitching stuff down there, and then these are all the pieces that I had made at my, you can't really see them here because the light's not very good, at the class. And I want to do more, this is probably my favorite, I want to do more with the lumen prints, and using the encaustic method to, oh, I just remember something else I need to order, encaustic method to present them, because I have a whole, I wonder where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, let me see. Well, I'll show you another time. I did another mandala with flower blossoms out of, I think I had like 6 pieces of photographic paper, and I can show that another time. I'm still kind of flattening them out. And this was the encaustic right on top of, this was a cyanotype on wood, and then I put just the medium over it, and then I used the what's it called? Not stencil. What's that called? Stylus. To feature the flowers and the woman's scarf. So yeah, so I haven't done that yet, but now I'm set up. I actually need to get, what I was going to say was I need to get, there's a special kind of adhesive that you can buy that comes in rolls that you can put on the back of any kind of whatever you want to attach to the encaustic canvas, which are just, I have all these little wood guys there, because if it's a thin piece of paper or ephemera or a picture or something like that, you can just use the medium to get it to adhere to the wood canvas. But if it's thicker, like a print, you need something that's going to hold it down more so that it doesn't pop up. So it's a 3M product, and I have to look at I took the picture at the class of what it was. So anyway, that's that, and this is all set up. I actually just loaded a tank with some film. And outside, I'll show you what I did outside. It was beautiful yesterday, very, very spring-like. I'm making some khichdi in the crock pot, and I'll make some Indian vegetables to go with it. Khichdi is just rice and dal cooked together to be like more of a porridge consistency, and then I make like spiced vegetables to put on top of it. So, okay. Avery, you want to go out back? Let's go outside for a minute. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, big yawn. It got really dark just a little bit ago, and it's not quite as dark now. I thought we were going to get like a heavy shower, but it wasn't much. So, oh my goodness. Is it still raining, or is it? I don't think so. So I got a bunch of little pots set up. I actually had them covered overnight. I don't want the birds getting them. So I've got a bunch of different flowers here. I've got poppies, bread poppies, oriental poppies, and Papaver somniferum, the opium poppies, which is the same poppy that you use for seeds. So out here I've got some red runner beans coming up here. They actually are coming up, which is cool. And there's my wintergreen there and over there. So I got a few of the red runner beans coming up there. But I started digging in some of the leaves. I dug them in this bed, but there's so many of them. I actually ended up blowing them off onto the lawn and then mowing them and then putting them on a pile, a leaf pile. But I'm not sure. I might even get some asparagus roots and make an asparagus bed here. That's one thought I had. There's my bleeding hearts. They are blooming. And let's see, let's go up here. My one grape is leafing out, and I think I'm going to grow bitter melon up here. I'm going to put the grapes on there. I have 3 kinds of beans. I have a purple bean, a Kentucky Wonder, and another scarlet runner. I'm going to grow up the teepee. And here's the other little one of those. I might grow my cucumbers back here this year. I don't know. They did okay out front in mostly, or quite a bit of shade, because once everything leaves out, it's very shady out here. And so it was such a process. I got all the rest of the leaves because they were like everywhere still. I thought I would mulch with them, but they just, whole leaves don't break down that fast. Here's my sorrel. So I blew them all out on the lawn, and then I mowed them up, and then they're in that pile back there. And so now the lawn looks nice. I've got a couple of raspberries in here, a red raspberry and a yellow one. And I don't know if they're setting any fruit or not. This is where the blueberries should be growing, but I'm not seeing anything yet. And the haskap are still doing pretty good. They're looking pretty good. I'll show you when I go out front, I still have quite a bit of my mushroom mulch because I haven't gotten as far as I wanted to out front. But I've got my Melissa coming up there, and my blackberries spreading. And I actually ordered some Solomon seal plants because only one came up from the roots so far. It's another blueberry there. Here's my elder. It's looking okay. Here's one of my Solomon seal plants. Yeah, the azaleas are all blooming now. Wow, it's gotten like a lot cooler. They said it would do that. There's my mayapple, which also is also known as American mandrake. It will get a fruit on it, but everything else is poisonous. This is black cohosh, and this is blue cohosh. And here's the bloodroot. So they're just all little babies still. And my peach tree's doing okay. Right here. It's looking healthy. I don't know if that little peach is actually going to grow, but it's there now. I might put in a couple more fruit trees here. It still you can see how much shade it will get once those trees are all fully leafed out, but I might try. And then out front, I will show you. Want to go out front, Avery? Let's go out front. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go see. Ooh, who's underneath there? These are supposed to be taken out. This is where I wanted to put in more berries, but the guys haven't been here to do it yet. Let's see. There's the little sprout for the hops. Got a few of them here. That one's a little bit more. The goji's marginal. Well, these guys are doing okay. There's some red runner beans coming up there. I ordered a couple of little, like, those kind of standalone trellises, and now it's like really raining for the Rosa Canina. These haven't started blooming yet. These are the black currants. Those ones have, though. But all these guys, the tulips and the daffodils, did very nicely. I've got some clematis coming up. That's going to come up there. And actually some, you don't want to get rained on. Some little morning glories there. And my Camellia sinensis has got new growth on it. And my chase tree has got some nice new growth on it. And my other elder out here. And my mugwort. Some more morning glories there. I'm not sure how I'm going to be planting this year yet. I haven't decided. But I've got a bunch of this Linaria. If you watch Belton Call It Cottage, she talks about the Linaria, which is the money plant. And I have a bunch of this that came up on its own. I had like one last year. One of my, comfrey is, I already put up a stock. I've got 1, 2, 3 here. And I've got some greens and some rhubarb planted. I'm getting chewed a little bit by something, but it's all right. Parsley, catnip. All the little mints are starting to come back better now. That sage is doing well. It's the agrimony and the melissa. A lot of oregano in there. I've got my echinaceas are coming back. I'm not sure what that is. Yarrow, all these lavenders. The wormwood's doing great. That's cramp bark. And I've got some horseradish. And these are the larkspur that's self-seeded along here. And some hollyhocks from last year that are sort of eking along, but nothing has had a chance to really put out a lot of growth because it's gotten warm, but then it gets cold. Here's another little clematis that I will have growing up here. And here's another nice little stand of tulips and interesting daffodils. There's some lupin in here and some hollyhock and dill. And this is where I still have to get out at everything. Oh my God, there's so much work still to do. Like back-breaking kind of work, not the fun stuff like planting. There's another linaria blooming. This is going to be flowers and herbs in here. So I've got all these. This is all valerian. Those are all my starts from last year. This is from last year. These are starts, the other 6. The St. John's wort's finally putting out some growth. This motherwort's doing really well. This one's marginal. And there's a little baby there, baby motherwort. And another one. And there's actually valerian everywhere. Some, oh God, it's not maidenhair fern. It's another herb. I don't know why I can't remember it. Angelica, comfrey, and some more digitalis here. And here's where I built up my little place to sit. Dogwood still blooming. Pink dogwood. Oh, it's really starting to rain, but I'm going to get a little bench or chair to put there. Underneath here, this is all lily of the valley coming up. Avery, let's go back in this way. Oh yeah, and that pile there, right there, that's the rest of my mushroom compost. This way, Avery, come on, let's go back this way. Come on, come on. Yeah, I didn't know it was going to start raining like that. But all the azaleas and the rhododendrons are blooming now, which is nice. Come on, let's go back inside. Yeah, so the yard's looking pretty good. So I spent like quite a bit of time out here. Still have pollen on the ground here, which is kind of crazy. Yes. It smells like Kitri. Yeah, I don't know when we're going to go out for a walk. Yeah, have your food. You haven't eaten yet. She doesn't eat when she is nervous. Sorry. I think that's it. I think that's all I was going to show you. It's mostly the garden. Things have been, I've just been working on myself, working on the gardens. I'm going to take a writing class in June and July. I think it's like 6 weeks. It's with the VMFA, and I thought that would be something different. And then I have a workshop at the end of this month. I went on another tree walk at Pony Pasture, which was even more fantastic than the first one because so much was coming up. So now I've identified all these different plants in there, and that was great. They're actually going to have a fire making workshop this weekend, but I don't really have anybody to leave Avery with. It would be like all day, and I don't think I could bring her with me. So, and my friend that she stayed with before is going to have another friend who has a dog that's going to be at her place, and Avery and her dog don't seem to be on good terms. Whatever. So yeah, so that's it. Just plugging along, doing my best. Ups and downs. Oh, I wanted to mention something. So at Aikido, at the end of every class, we have a little circle time, and we thank one another for the practice, and we mention any thoughts on the particular practice. And we were doing was it when we were doing weapons work or something else? Anyway, I think I had mentioned how it's different than the way I used to practice, and how that's a bit of a challenge. And Sensei mentioned something. He said to me, I really respect what you're doing. He said it's not easy to, it was a term like empty the cup. And I think it's also in another woman who practices with us, is a longtime Zen practitioner, and she said that's like, it's a Zen concept. You know, you empty the cup. The vessel is empty now, even though that there was all this in it before, but to intentionally empty that out, to allow something new in is not that easy. And it's similar to what I've done in my life, even though it wasn't completely intentional. It was, beyond my control, really. But, I have chosen a path where I have, been guided in some way, somewhere inside myself, to make what was already a pretty huge change even more challenging. So I did, and go someplace where I pretty much am starting from scratch. So I thought, well, wow, what a lovely metaphor, empty the cup to allow something new, something perhaps more authentic, more enriching, more joyful. Who knows? I thought, okay, I like that. And then I started going off in my head about, how could I express this visually in my photographic work, Anyhow, that's it for now. I know it's been a little while, so I thought I'd check in, because it's so gray, and I don't know when we're going to get off for our walk. All right, bye.